Hello, traders. Today is Sunday, July 27th, and this is my full top-down analysis for the Euro US dollar, starting on the monthly time frame, working our way all the way down to the 1 hour. So on the monthly, I've been saying pretty much all year that I think this is going to go up and make an expanding A, B, and C correction. This little box right here is my target for an expanding based on Fibonacci extension levels. Now, also, I always like to try to keep a couple possibilities in mind. This is definitely lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high. There's really nothing stopping this move up right here from potentially being a correction to this move down, bouncing from a Fibonacci level and continuing down and making a brand new low, continuing the series of lower highs that we have on the monthly time frame. So definitely two very, very different scenarios. But if we pay attention and we identify the end of this trend, we definitely should be able to tell the difference between this or whether if we are able to identify the end of the trend, now on shorter time frames, that should tell us that it's doing this. So anyways, going down to the weekly time frame. On the weekly time frame, we definitely do have a five-wave looking structure to the upside, but just because you see five waves definitely doesn't mean that a trend is over. We are at the 78%. Like I was saying on the higher time frames, this could be an A or a 1. This could be a big old giant expanding correction ending right here for a wave B or a wave 2. Now we could be in a wave C. If it is a wave C, then I would want to see like a double top at a fib level and a breaker structure down to tell me that that trend is over and that we are heading back down. If that does not happen, even if it does, decide to make a big pullback, like if it makes a lower high, go something like this, that is still an uptrend. That is not a significant break of structure. It could very easily continue the uptrend in a big giant wave three. So if you know how to identify the end of a trend, then you should be able to identify whether the wave C is over or whether we're still going up for a wave three. Going down to the daily time frame, the trend is up on all these higher time frames, so we definitely cannot rule out the possibility of this going up and up and up and up. We do not have engulfing down. We do not have a break of structure down. We are sitting at the 78% Fibonacci retracement of this move down right here, but that doesn't mean that it needs to go down here. I do think that it would possibly make sense for this to be like an A, B, C, and it does this and then goes back up. But until the market at least makes an engulfing down or something at a Fibonacci level, which it hasn't done yet, I wouldn't even believe that to be true, and I would just continue to look for longs on sort of time frames. Going down to the 4 hour time frame, this is our structure right here. Price definitely did try to break this structure, but so far it has not been able to. If price breaks and holds below that structure, then that's a Fibonacci bounce breaker structure. That's the end of a trend, and that definitely would have me looking for shorts after the breaker structure. But we do not have that breaker structure, and because of the higher time frames, we cannot rule out the possibility of this just continuing the uptrend. So that's why I always like to take it one step at a time. I'm technically still looking for longs, but I know that because of my alternative count, if it breaks structure to the downside, I'll be happy to start looking for shorts. So going all the way down to the 1 hour time frame, this is the structure that's going to turn me into a seller. If it breaks below there, I will start looking for sells. If not, then I will continue to look for longs every single chance I get. The trend is your friend, and as you just saw, the trend is up on the monthly, the weekly, the daily. The trend is up on the 4 hour. When the trend is up on all your higher roadmap time frames, going down to these shorter time frames and counter trend trading just does not make sense to me. So anyways, don't forget to check out my website, fxpipcollector.com. And as always, thank you for watching and happy trading.